The guest room door wasn't closed tightly, leaving a narrow gap. Inside came Farina Darwin's delicate voice, accompanied by Otto Good's gentle replies. Otto, I'm a little scared. It's already been 3 months, and I don't know what to do. Farina's voice carried a trace of grievance. 3 months? My hand holding the porridge froze abruptly, my fingertips turning slightly cold. 3 months. That meant 3 months pregnant. A long-buried memory suddenly flashed through my mind. That was 5 years ago. I was also pregnant then. When I was 3 months pregnant, I accidentally fell. I called Otto Good. He said he was with a client and impatiently told me to go to the hospital alone. By the time I struggled to get to the hospital, the baby could no longer be saved. In the operating room, I cried out with heart-wrenching pain, with no one at my side. Outside the operating room, there was no sign of Otto Good. Later, I found out that day he hadn't been with a client at all, but was shopping with Farina Darwin. He said Farina was in a bad mood and needed his company. But my child, my pain, was worthless in his eyes. A sharp pain pierced my chest, as if something gripped me fiercely, suffocating me. The despair and agony of losing my child swept over me once more. I took a deep breath, forcing down the turmoil inside, then pushed open the door and stepped in. Farina Darwin saw me and instinctively shrank closer into Otto Good's arms, her gaze even more defiant. Otto Good frowned and looked at me. Is the porridge ready? Bring it here. I nodded, then walked over slowly and placed the porridge on the bedside table. Farina picked up the spoon, scooped a mouthful of porridge, and as soon as she put it in her mouth, she frowned and suddenly spat it out. So bitter. Otto, why is this porridge so bitter? Farina began to cry, feeling wrong. Did she do it on purpose? Is she jealous because I'm carrying your child and purposely put something strange in the porridge? Otto Good's face darkened instantly. He glared at me fiercely, his tone laced with anger. Layla, what exactly have you done? I looked at him calmly, neither defending myself nor offering an explanation. There was nothing strange in the porridge. I was just distracted earlier and accidentally added a bit too much salt. Just a little salt, not enough to make it unbearably bitter. Farina Darwin was simply being deliberately difficult, and Otto Good never once believed me. Throughout these 7 years, no matter what happened, he always sided with others, always misunderstood me. Before, I didn't care, because I knew that once the 7-year pact ended, he would get what he deserved. But now, watching Farina nestle in his arms, seeing him glare at me in anger for her, and thinking of the child I lost, suddenly, I felt there was no need to wait any longer, no need to endure anymore. I lifted my head to meet Otto Good's sharp gaze, my tone calm but resolute. Otto, let's get a divorce. Otto was stunned, as if he hadn't expected me to say those words. Farina Darwin was also taken aback, stopping her tears, surprise and confusion flickering in her eyes. The entire room instantly fell into silence. After a long moment, Otto finally recovered, furrowing his brows, his tone tinged with impatience and disbelief. Layla, have you made enough of a scene? You want a divorce just over a bowl of porridge? I'm not making a scene. I shook my head, my voice still steady. I'm serious. We're getting a divorce. That's impossible. Otto Good refused without hesitation. The contract isn't up yet. You can't get a divorce. The contract only says that within 7 years, you're free to have affairs, and I'm not allowed to interfere. I looked at him and spoke each word deliberately. It doesn't say I can't ask for a divorce. Otto's face darkened further. He opened his mouth as if to speak, but no words came out. I didn't look back. I turned and left the guest room, locking all the pain and anger behind the door. Otto Good and Farina Darwin did not come out again. The guest room remained silent. I sat on the sofa, sleepless throughout the night. Outside the window, the fireworks had long since faded away. On the horizon, dawn was slowly breaking. Otto Good returned in the dead of night. I stayed on the sofa, neither asleep nor having switched on the light. He entered the living room and turned on the light. Its harsh glow illuminated the entire room. He noticed me and paused briefly before coming over to sit beside me. In his hand was a delicate jewelry box. Layla, I'm sorry. His voice held a rare tenderness and regret. Last night, I was wrong. I shouldn't have misunderstood you or lost my temper. I said nothing, simply gazing quietly ahead, avoiding his eyes. He opened the jewelry box to reveal a silver bracelet studded with tiny diamonds, glittering under the light. This is an apology gift I bought for you. He lifted the bracelet, trying to clasp it around my wrist. Will you forgive me? I slightly turned aside, avoiding his hand. His hand froze in midair. The gentleness on his face slowly faded, replaced by a trace of embarrassment and helplessness. After a long pause, he finally spoke slowly, his tone tinged with a plea. Layla, I know I've wronged you all these years. Farina is carrying my child. She's still young and can't be without me. Please wait for me a few more years, okay? After her child is born and grows up, I'll cut ties with her completely, and I'll be there for you properly. Be there for me properly? I couldn't help but find it laughable, a cold curve tugging at the corner of my lips. 7 years, haven't I waited long enough? The child I lost, the pain I endured, does he think a single "I've wronged you" can wipe it all away? He wants me to wait a few more years, wait until he's done with Farina, wait until he's watched the children grow up. But I no longer have that kind of time to wait, nor the patience to keep waiting. I won't wait. I said calmly, my voice steady and resolute. Otto, let's get a divorce.